All right, here we go. Take two, right? No warm up time. We're just going to go for it. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, live from the World Wide Web, Big Daddy Shin's proud to present Worldwide Wednesday. Awesome. So if you don't know who I am, yes, here I am. I'm Big Daddy Shin. And today is my Wednesday, my Worldwide Wednesday, where I go and I talk about things that I learn. People want to ask questions. And hi, Mom, how are you doing? Yes, I'm living. I'm doing pretty good. And I'm doing much better. Now, what happens is a lot of different things happen this week. Okay? Like, first and foremost, it's like my cortisol levels are really low. So if you don't know what this is, right? Cortisol is like when you, when you're stressed, right? When you stress and then like your cortisol level gets higher, you're like, oh, I'm so stressed, whatever. And then so if you have high levels of cortisol, then it makes you stress, and it also ruins your metabolism. Okay. Now, the thing is, the only way you can get rid of it is if you sleep. I mean, there's no substitution. You got to sleep. And then so for the past couple of weeks, some people were, when they know me in real life, they're just like, dude, you don't seem the same. It's like, yeah, I was living off 1 to 2 hours of sleep. No wonder, right? But now that I've been sleeping like crazy, like 7-hour days, 8 hours, I'm lucky if I get 8. But I caught up on my sleep so much that I tried sleeping like at 10. So this is what I did. Now that I don't have to stay up all night, whatever, it's like if I don't have anything left to do, I turn off my computer, I go to sleep. And then so some days are earlier than others. So the other day I slept at 10. I'm like, all right, cool. But thing is, without an alarm clock, I figure I'm going to wake up like at 8 in the morning or whatever. I'm going to really sleep, right? No, I woke up at 3:30. I go, oh, that's horrible. So it's like I was totally caught up in my sleep, and I'm like, oh, but it feels really good, right? And now when I talk with my friends and stuff, I have that little bounce in my voice and everything, and it's pretty cool, and I'm glad, right? So that's what I realize. It's like when people are like really uptight and stuff, it might be a little sleep thing. I mean, yeah, granted, it could be like, oh, the whole, everything happens. People say right now, the go-to excuse is like, oh yeah, because of the pandemic and stuff. And it's getting pretty gnarly, and it's getting pretty real, because some of you guys know that I'm not a big masker guy, but you know what? Things are getting pretty gnarly out there. They really are, because it's like the other day. Okay, so me and my boss, right? We're talking about, yeah, you know what? We're doing all the secretarial work and stuff, and this sucks and stuff. But I mean, it's part of the gig. But once we get enough students and then some more teachers and everything, and then we could get a secretary. And then we're like, gosh, who do we get to secretary? So one of our secretaries that we knew before, she's going to be a teacher. So it's like, she's out. But then there's other dude. His name is Redrick. And then so he was one of my favorite dudes when I worked at the school. And they moved him to the district office, but like we'd always talk about stuff. And then he had a sweatshirt. I gave him all the stuff, bought him lunch a couple times, whatever, right? And then so my boss, after we're talking about business one day, this is like 2 days ago, he's like, I'm on my walk, right? And I took a break, and I just talking to some of the students, whatever, like the parents, and then my boss calls me, and then we talk about business and everything. And then I'll say, yeah, you heard about Redrick? I go, what? And I go, no. I mean, usually people, when they say that now, you figure they have COVID. I go, oh my God, don't tell me he passed away. He's out this morning. I go, no. And then so it was hard, because it's like, okay, so, he was about my size, a little bit younger than me. And, but I think he had diabetes and like high blood pressure and stuff, whatever. But then he got COVID. It's game over. I was like, oh, that was rough. Because now I'm thinking about all the stuff where it's like, I'm not working. I'm not using this machine as much. I mean, I do use a machine, but I need to put in like half hour a day now or something, you know, and then really watch what I eat and stuff and just take care of my body. So that's why I for the past like 2 days, I've just been thinking about that. It's like, wow. And then so, you know, my friend's uncle, you know, he's like in a bad situation, like he has it and stuff. But I mean, guy's a little bit old. But then, you know, you hear these people like it's I don't know. It's one of those things where a lot of people they just get up on the news. They go, oh, the news is real, the news is fake, or whatever. And you know, and then someone told me the other day, oh yeah, you know, they say like every few minutes somebody passes away. I'm like, no, there's no way that's true. You know, because it's like I don't see anything outside of here, or maybe you know what I watch on Netflix, but Netflix isn't showing me anything. And then everything I read on the news, it's all like skewed. So that's why it's like we really don't know. But when you start to hear these numbers enough, you're like, you know what? I wonder. But it's affecting everybody's life. But the thing is, we just need to be happy about stuff. And then so my thing is, there's only one thing I can control. I can't control like the whole world, you know, everything what's going on, people masking or not, or you know, coughing on each other or whatever, right? I could just control like in my own little world, right here in this room right here. It's like, hey, everybody okay in here? Well, I hope I'm okay, right? But yeah, so I figure, okay, now it's time I have to really focus on like, you know, like what I eat. So I mean, I'm eating pretty good, eating lean meats and you know, drinking more water and you know, just taking care of myself that way. That's the internal part, and that's what I've been doing for a very long time. But I realize I have to do stuff that take care on the outside of me too. Okay? This is one of those things where it's like, yes, mom, thanks. You know, it's like, oh yeah, you know, clean your room, do this stuff, wash your car, you know, all this stuff. You always get it, but then it's like for me to be able to get like this size, of course I'm lazy. It's not like one of those things where it's like I have all my stuff together and okay, I'm some freak of nature, I can't clean my place. So if you notice, yeah, right there, that stuff's clean right there. And then if you see the floor, yes, it doesn't look like a closet in here, right? And then there's different things about my place that if you see that's a little bit different. Like my angle of how I'm sitting. I'm sitting a little bit higher now, so I had to change my camera angle because I got a new chair. And so all these different things, it's like, you know, I realized that I needed to adjust things. So let me talk about the chair thing. That's actually the most important thing. It's in the last couple of videos that I did probably about my chair. So I had this chair before that, like, you know, it was like one of those leather chairs. And just by looking at it, you're like, oh, wow, you know, it's a pretty nice chair. And then it's chilling, whatever. I don't know how many years old it was. But now that I'm on my chair here for like, you know, long periods of time, you know, I'm wondering, gosh, why does my back hurt? Why does my butt hurt and all this stuff, right? And then my chair started rocking around like if I just had like a chair with like a steel pole and I'm trying to balance it. That's how it felt. I'm like, this chair sucks. I gotta get a new one. And also, when I'm tilting over and just leaning, whatever, it's like there's wood chips on the floor. So things were breaking down on this chair. And then so I'm like, okay, I got to get a new one, right? And then so I'm going on Amazon, you know, like any other person would do. And then my keywords were best office chair for fat people, best office chair for heavy people, best executive chair, best gaming chair, all those different chairs. And there's so many choices. No joke. There's like hundreds. And then every review is like 4.5 stars. Okay, so I'm like looking at it. Oh, this is the greatest chair for people over 400 pounds, 500-pound capacity. Oh, this feels so sturdy. And the very next review, this chair sucks. It broke after a week. Oh, it broke after a couple months. It did this, and you can't adjust the arms and all these different things. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was getting a headache because I didn't have time to go shop for chairs. I just wanted to go on the internet and go world's greatest office chair, right? And all these ones, They're like about $100, like $300, right? And then so I didn't know what to do. And then the other day I was with Jill and we saw like a chair for at Costco for like 120 bucks. It's like a video game chair, but you feel like you're an astronaut. I figured, oh, that'd be pretty good. But when I went, sat on that chair, it didn't call out my name. I mean, I sat on it, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good, but I'm sure there's one where it's going to just fit like a glove, right? And then so that's when I really looked at these research things, and then I'm looking at the reviews. They say, oh, I had a lot of chairs before, but you know, it's not like a Herman Miller chair. But I'm like, Herman Miller, what's that, right? So I look on the internet for Herman Miller, and so it turns out that all like the really big offices, like the law firms and stuff like this, they buy these chairs called Herman Miller, okay? And like the Aeron chairs, Aeron. And then so I look at it, okay. I mean, it doesn't look that comfortable, but who knows? It's like one of those mesh ones. I mean, it looks like something from the future. And then so I looked at it, $800, $750. I'm like, oh my God, who'd pay that much for a chair? That's stupid. It's horrible. And then so I'm just trying to look up videos and stuff, but the thing is they only show the videos of like these dudes that are like super in shape or some small petite girls and stuff. I wanted to see a big dude sit in one of these things and go, is this chair worth $750? No, couldn't find it. So I figure, okay, you know what? You know what's worth the gamble? I'm just going to go on OfferUp, right? So OfferUp, if you don't know, it's an app. It's like you go and people are selling all their stuff. And then sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes bad stuff, but who knows? So I looked up the chair, and there people are selling it from $400 to $500. I saw one person selling one for $299. I go, okay, you know what? I contact this person tomorrow, because it just turns out that every time that you do these things, it's always like 3 a.m, 2 a.m when I should be sleeping, right? But I did it, and then they go, oh no, that's for this chair. You need to get the one that's this, and it costs $500. I'm like, you're kidding me. Bait and switch. Forget you, OfferUp. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to call Living Spaces, because I heard Living Spaces is a pretty awesome store. And I know there's one close by me, and I figure, okay, maybe I'll just get a nice sturdy chair. It doesn't have to be an office chair, just a nice chair. And then so when I was talking to that lady, she said, we don't sell office chairs here, or not the type that you probably want. I go, oh my God. Okay, I know it's not your job to do this, but do you know where I could go? And then she said, well, there's this one place, they sell used furniture. So like when companies, they get rid of their furniture to get new furniture and upgrade, they give it to this place. So it's kind of like a Goodwill, Salvation Army for office furniture. But she said it was really good company. It's called Cort Furniture, C-O-R-T. And then she said, yeah, they sell those Herman Miller chairs and stuff there. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'll give him a call. So I called, and the dude named Jimmy, he was a super cool dude, super cool. And then he's telling me about, yeah, they have the chairs. And then so I'm asking about him. I'm like, look, you know, is this going to be kind of weird? Is it really a legit chair? Or he's all, you know what? I'm close to about, 6'1", 315 pounds or something like that, right? And I use the chair, and it's the greatest chair ever. I'm like, okay, so I could go in and check it out, right? He's like, yeah, and you have like a 2-month, if you buy it, you have a 2-month, money back guarantee. I'm like, no way, you're kidding me, right? So if this story sounds familiar, it's like when I got my first pair of running shoes. You do not know you need an expensive pair of running shoes until you go buy expensive running shoes and then you wear them. It's like with my Hokas, I feel like I'm just running on air. It's like that was one of the best buys I ever bought, right? I don't care. They cost $120 at the time or whatever. But it was it was a great buy. And so now I figure, okay, you know what? I'm going to go. I'm trying to rationalize in my mind. It's like, okay, $700 or $800, and then for the big one, and then $500 for the other one. But then I could get a pride discount, and we'll see, whatever, right? And then so I figure, okay, if it's going to be the perfect chair, then I'm going to buy it, right? So, okay, I did it. And then I went there, and then so I met the guy, super cool. Jimmy's super cool, right? If you ever go Fountain Valley Court, just tell him Big Daddy Shin sent you. I don't get anything from it, but hold on a second. Just try and finish the whole unit. You got this. Okay. So, anyways, I went there and then I told him from the straight up thing. It's like, hey, this isn't going to be like, when you're a kid going, putting in the, ordering something from like a magazine and thinking like, oh man, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, it's going to be that, right? And when it comes, it sucks. It's not going to be like that, is it? So, no, man, this chair's pretty good. So I sat in that chair, the one that everyone's talking about, the office chair. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing. It's like the lumbar support and everything. It's like it totally fit my back, and my size, I'm able to fit in it. And then I'm like, oh, this is really comfortable. But let's try that other one. The one that he said for $800. I looked online. This chair's going for about $1,500, right? And then figure, okay, $800. Let's just see how good this one is. I go on this chair, and no joke, it was like perfect fit, right? And then I do the stuff, and it turns out that you could lift up the handles like this, or you could put it close to you, put it away from you like this. You can lean back like this. You could, or just tighten the thing and be whatever. And then so everything about this chair was amazing. Even it depends on how your legs are. If you have long legs or short legs, you can make it go, the seat go out and in. I go, oh my God, this is an amazing chair. And then so now I was thinking about the whole thing. It's like, so how much is it? And then so, I got it. And then he said, yeah, there's it's 2 years old, but it usually has a 12-year warranty. So now you have 10 more year warranty on this chair. I'm like, 10 years? Oh my gosh. So you know what I'm going to do? About 5 years, I'm going to really put this chair through the ringer. No, I mean, I'm not going to do that. But it's just like with those, when I went to that running store and got those shoes, they said I could wear it whatever for 45 days. And if I want to return it for any reason, then I'll return it. I can return it. I go, you're kidding me. So I was really working those shoes. I was trying to find any small reason to return it so I could get a brand new pair. I couldn't. These shoes were that good where it's like I couldn't see myself returning it, right? Same thing with this chair. So far, everything I could imagine a chair would be, this is it. I know it's really stupid, but thing is, some people, they're like, oh, I just want that space age video game chair and stuff, but no, I'm super happy because I have to be here at least like 8 hours during the day, right? Doing my online teaching and stuff. And it's forever. It's like I'm the virtual academy teacher. And then at night when I do computer stuff, I'm still on the same chair. So I need a chair. That's gonna be really awesome. Just like with running shoes, you need really good shoes, and think about your body. Okay. So when I made that video, most of the videos you see me, you just see my head and right here, right? But this one, I saw my whole body, and I'm like, oh my God. So thing is, it's like, I didn't realize how round I was. I was surprised I was walking in that video. I thought I was going to roll. Seriously. I'm like, I can't believe I look like that now, right? I'm judging myself going, holy crap. And then so that's why I realized, okay, I got to worry about the insides of me, eat healthier and get healthier so I won't, I'll be able to be healthy enough to fight off a virus or just whatever, right? But I have to focus on the outside, right? So I fixed the chair. So now it's going to help me with my posture, supposedly, or whatever. I don't know. It's the comfort level and stuff. And then I need to put in more minutes on this thing. Could, but he could finish quickly. It's easy. Not looking for college level thing. Sorry, I'm still working. Okay, there we go. So, yes, it's 7 o'clock and I'm still working. So yeah, I know that I have to focus on the whole outside and whatever. And so when I brought the chair home, it was still in my car because I look in my place and it's a mess. So when I cleaned out my school room for the last time, and I brought all the stuff and I put it all over here. So there's a bunch of wires and stuff. But for me, I realized that like I wasn't focusing on anything except going to the computer, turning it on, do the stuff, go out for the walk, come back here, maybe get something to eat, and then go on that couch back there and watch TV, right? And then come back on the computer, finish some stuff, and then go sleep. That's it. And then and I mix in a shower here and there, right? But everything was just piled up, and I wasn't cleaning up my environment. So every night there's a hanger right by my bed, and I hate to say this, right after this I am going to put it away, but I go in, I flip on my light to see where I'm going, and I turn it off. I go walk over there, I step on that freaking hanger every freaking day, and so all it is just take it up and pick it up and put it away, right? And then you know what? Just for the record right now, I'm going to do it right now. Here. Oh. I got to do it. This is the hanger that was on my floor for probably like, man. That was a hanger that was probably on my floor for probably the whole pandemic. I'm kidding. At least 2 months. So I have it right here. And I was going to just hang it up over there, but I'm going to keep it right here. So as soon as I'm done with this video, I will go hang it up. I just wanted to show you guys that, once you do it, it's just so easy. Just go, right? Before you forget about it and everything. So yesterday, I was looking at the place and I figured, you know what? I got to clean up all this stuff. This is horrible, right? So then I go vacuum. I clean up all the stuff. I all this stuff is just picked up everywhere. And then so I brought in the chair. It's like, all right, now it feels clean. It feels like somewhere that you could actually live. Now I could probably invite people over because I always talk about like, oh yeah, no one comes visit me over here. It's like I just blame the pandemic. Oh yeah, because no one wants to come out because pandemic. No one's visiting anybody. But, when in reality, they're probably scared to come over here because they'd probably catch something over here. It's like a Shindemic, Hold on. What's up, Pistol? Just hanging out, talking about what I learned this week, and talking about how I have to focus on bettering my outsides, right? So now I have this sweet chair, cleaner place. And so next thing, I have to clean my car. My car is so dirty. So I think like 2 months ago, right? I went and I got the clay wash and wax. They're just a wash. And then so what they do is they take this clay and then when they're cleaning the car, they scrub it. So then all the dirt and like the like when you rub on the thing, it's like feels like sandpaper. After you do it, oh wow. Congratulations on getting that Dodgers DVD. Yeah. I almost got season tickets again. Almost. But so what happens is they clean it up really good. So this is what I'm hoping for. When I come back from work tomorrow, I'm going to go to get my car washed the next day, right? I'm hoping when they wash my car that the protectant sealant from that wash from 2 months ago is that effective that all that stuff will come off, okay? But it's one of those ones where I'm taking care of those things because you have to figure out, like my dad, I talked about this in a video today, was he'd always say like, yeah, you know what, when your car's dirty, that's your mind's all cluttered and unorganized and your room and all that stuff, right? The thing is, these are lessons that I've been taught when I was a kid, but I never listened, and then now I realize when I'm scatterbrained, I look at my car, I look at my room, I'm like, oh gosh, my dad was so right, And it's something that, like, even till this day, everything is true about all the stuff that, your parents tell you to do. So if you guys are a little kid out there and your mom and dad tells you to do something, you do it because they are always right, right? No matter how much you think, oh, no, mom, no, dad, I'm not going to grow up and be a 50-year-old dude with a messy car and a messy house. That's precisely what I became. But yeah, that's that. So I've been talking about trying to get healthy or lose weight and all that stuff, and I did lose some weight for the past month or two, right? And then but I gotta just keep those habits going well, but I have to focus on the outside. I have to make sure that I have to make sure that that I keep everything in line. Make sure my clothes aren't wrinkly, or make sure when I go to the washing machine, laundromat, just get it done, fold my clothes, put in the stuff, and just put it away. Don't let it just sit out there, right? And then save my money, and then be able to buy a house, all that kind of stuff. Well, Pistol says, well, they're wrong sometimes, just like everyone else. It is true, okay? There are times where your parents, they do not know everything. But for the amount of time that your parents spent taking care of you and put up with all your stuff, their right is your right, So let me explain. What happens is when somebody's trying to tell you, oh, you can't do this because it's supposed to be whatever, right? Because to them, that's what they believe is true. And they're really passionate about it. And then for them in their world, that's how it should be. Like, if you're not Asian and you go to an Asian person's house, do not keep your shoes on. You're supposed to take off your shoes, and then that's tradition. But you're like, no, I got to keep my shoes on because my feet might get coronavirus in here. It's like, shut up, dude. You know what? It's like those people, whatever. And then, so, just say the opposite. Asian person goes to another person's house, and then they take their shoes off, but it's so dirty because everyone has their shoes on everywhere. I remember the first time I seen somebody jump on a bed, one of my American friends, like white people, whatever. Actually, no, I'm not taking this white. It could have been Asian, but he was a Latino person. They were on the bed with shoes. I'm like, gross. That's horrible, And then so that's why I'm like, okay, for them it's perfectly normal. That's fine. So what happens is things that your parents, they were awesome enough where they grew up, they lived life, they experienced everything in your age. And then they apparently were awesome enough where they found somebody else to fall in love with them and they make you out of all this stuff. They were pretty cool people at one point. I mean, they still are, right? But what happens is they know the problems you had, you're gonna have in the future, all that stuff, and they have good advice. Okay, so if it's good enough for them to get to where they are, it's good enough for you. All right. So just give your parents a break if you yeah. Anyway, it takes motivation to lose weight. Yes, it does take motivation, but like I think before you signed on today, I was talking about how people are like dying. Okay, I only need like uh, I guess the score right now is I know 3 people that it was claimed that COVID killed them, but 2 of them were borderline because of underlying cause, and one was a vehicle accident, and then said, "Oh, COVID." I go, oh, "You're kidding me," you know. But yeah, these type of things where I know it's just all talk until you do something. But I've been drinking more water and then getting more sleep, and that's helping out a lot. You know, and then even though I eat Korean barbecue and stuff, it's just meat and vegetables, right? Meat, vegetables, some of the rice paper and stuff too. But it's like it's not like going out and eating like fries, eating a bunch of garlic bread or whatever, a bunch of carb stuff. So I'm doing pretty good that way. And then, so like I said, about 73 days ago, maybe I should hire a professional nutritionist. But I think half the thing is like, I like cooking. I enjoy it. I just don't like shopping for cooking. Right. And then now, you go to all the different places. If you go at the wrong time, you're waiting in a really long line because everyone wants to buy toilet paper again. It's like you'd think that they have enough toilet paper from last time. But no, they don't. So, yeah. And then now the whole thing about yes. So the good thing about limiting on the carbs is I'm not eating as much sweet stuff as I normally did. So as a result of that, I'm not craving sweets. Okay? Because I know that's the easiest way to just pile on the calories. And see, me with my dumb self, usually I think like, okay, if I eat in and out, it's like 670 for the double, 300 for the fries, and probably like 200 for the Coke, right? Calories. So that's about 1,200 calories. Okay, if I eat that, drink a lot of water during the day, then I'll eat 1,200 calories for the day. Problem is, that's actually too little, right? Like at my size, I need to eat about like maybe 2,000 calories or something, right? So I figure, okay, you know what? Let's throw some M&Ms in there. Let's throw some macadamia nuts or whatever, like dumb stuff. But as a result, that screws up my metabolism as well. So it's all about just being disciplined and just trying to surround yourself, your environment. So do I have a bunch of snacks in my refrigerator and stuff? No, I don't. And then so now I do eat stuff from time to time, like a candy bar or something. But what I do is when I want it, I don't have it at home. So if I go, I have to physically get dressed, go to my car, and drive to the store and buy one, and then come back home, and then I'll eat it. Now, thing is, just by doing that, I don't want to go. So next time I have like that sweet sensation, whatever, that's helping out. That's helping out. And then so, oh my gosh, 3 years, right? It's like we're best friends already, Pistol. So that's how it's supposed to be. I realize it's like when I do my stuff, it's like, I don't want to gimmick it or like, get upset. I mean, or just try like trendy stuff or talk about politics or, dumb things, It's just being me. And I realize that I enjoy the small things. Like right now, we have 4 people, right? You, and then my mom's one of them, and and then I don't know who the other ones are, right? Just whoever talks, and it's like probably the most real channel you're gonna meet because it's like it's like I invite you into my life, and chances are if we ever ran in the street, it'd be funny. Oh yeah, that World Series patch. Let me get to the World Series patch in a second, because Eric, this chair is ridiculous amazing. It's ridiculous amazing. I don't even want to stand up. It's just that amazing. Now, thing is, I know for a fact that this chair is going to be this good for the next 10 years. Now, other chairs, they're going to be good for like, the first day, week, month, year, right? But then they start to get wobbly and they start to break down. And then you got to buy another one, and then another one. And then you have to do, whatever, new and improved, whatever. And you got to break in new cushions and all that other kind of stuff. But this one feels like it was made for my body, really. And if you're a big dude and you watch that video and you saw how it is, it's totally comfortable. And if you know Jose, Jose the handyman, Harold's brother, he's around my size too, but he has the smaller version of this chair and he loves it. He loves it. And then so it's funny now that I started talking about chairs, everybody's talking about buying chairs. I mean, not because of me. They all thought about it. Like my brother's best friend, his nephew, which is like my nephew, right? He's talking about buying a $300 video game chair or whatever. But I'm like, dude, don't get that video game chair. It's going to suck. Get this thing. Because it's totally amazing on the feel and everything. So I'm really happy I got this chair. And then so I have to change the level of my camera, but it's like, now with the lumbar support right here, I mean, it's like I just go like this. I'm like, wow, who needs a chiropractor, right? Now, I might be overplaying it because it's like I want to justify spending that much money on a chair. But I really like it. And I think the only con people said was, hey, it costs a lot of money. But yeah, getting this one, even though they said it was $800, I was even looking on OfferUp, and then the cheapest price I saw this one, the Ergo body, was like $1,000. So, I saved money from there. And then when you buy one of those used ones from like, OfferUp or something, there's no warranties or nothing like this. But this one, we actually got the warranty from it. I'm like, okay, cool deal. Met the cool dude, Jimmy, from Fountain Valley, right? But yeah, if you guys go see him, maybe he'll hook you up, So yeah, but it's like with the shoes I said earlier, you want to invest on stuff that help you on the outer part. Like you don't want to get a cheap car that you could barely fit in, and then it's like the comfort, because you got to drive that thing for a very long time because you spend a lot of money on it. So I'm not saying buy like a limousine, but get something that your body will fit in, and then it'll be like it's just calling your name. Because I remember with this car, this Toyota Avalon, when I sat in it, it said "buy me." I mean, it was that good, right? Those are the things that I enjoy buying, right? But if I have to think about it, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, Pistol, about the World Series patch. I still got that patch on. I still got it because to me, we won that World Series, right? And then it was an awesome run doing the whole Dodger tickets and all that stuff, whatever. But this year is a little bit different. I was thinking about buying my tickets this year for the Dodgers. Okay. But okay, since I was teaching in Victorville, right? It's an hour and a half away. So after school to drive an hour and a half to LA to go watch a baseball game and spend, 25 bucks on parking or whatever it is. I don't know, $18. I forgot what it was. And then, you stay there till like 11 or 10:30 at night and then get out, parking like in 30 minutes. And then, all this stuff, it wasn't worth it. So when the pandemic happened, it's like, I just didn't renew my tickets, right? I'm like, okay, I was one of the people that wanted to get my refund, right? So I got my refund. Now they started opening it again, for tickets. But I got my preferred time to try and upgrade, but I lost my seats. These were like dead center. Seats 9 and 10, row G, reserve section 1. I mean, right behind the plate, right? And I'm like, damn, I should have kept those. Because now that I'm a virtual teacher, I could teach anywhere. I could get season pass at Disneyland. And then so my office, as long as I have my laptop or my computer or my phone, then, I could be at like Plaza Inn eating fried chicken at Disneyland, and that's my office for school. Or next day I could be by Small World or whatever. I could be at Knott's Berry Farm, or I could be at Dodger Stadium, right? So I'm like, okay. I was looking for the seats, but man, those seats, the ones that are left over, I'm not too happy, so I'll probably have to wait a year. But I almost got there are 2 seats that were by the visitor dugout in the all-you-can-eat Coca-Cola pavilion. I don't want to do the all-you-can-eat thing again, though, because I know that if I have it, it's free and it's right there. Well, I remember the first time, I think I ate like 7 hot dogs. 7 Dodger dogs is like 14, right? But I did it just because I could. Drinking all the soda, all the hot dogs, nachos. I mean, you're just told gluttony, right? And then I felt like crap. But thing is, you're like, but you know what? I spent $40 on my ticket and watched the game and free bobblehead and, But thing is, once you do that twice, it starts to suck. And then later on, I'm like, you know what? I'll just eat 1 hot dog and like half a Coke because I don't even want this stuff anymore, right? It's just a fact where I just love the people that I like sat by. So that's why, I decided, same price ticket. I could go like behind the plate. So, okay, but no food. But now when I go with people, we're behind the plate. We want to get a hot dog. This. And all of a sudden your bill becomes pretty big. But now it's like, I don't know what to do. It's like, I think I'm happy staying at home, watching the videos on here and whatever. But, yeah. Shane, they're not doing okay. They closed down last year. They closed down like almost when it started. So I had a video, like I actually went there, like me and Harold. No, I think I just went by myself. I was going to go eat at that Italian restaurant just to see, But then when I looked into Sunshine Foot Massage and there was nothing, it was just an open office space. That was one of the worst experiences for my YouTube career. I'm not going to say it's one of the worst things in my life because I'm sure they're out there somewhere. I wish I could figure out where they are. And then I'd go there for like just, go pay them and just do in their living room. I really don't care because it's like we're a family. And the thing is, they need to get supported, but there's no way I could support them right now. So if I could, I would find Lisa and Lee and give them business. Yeah, and probably bring people there too. That'd be awesome. Born in Victorville. Wow. Well, where do you live now? I was born in Bellflower. So how often do I shave my head? So Karen, usually I shave it before every Friday show. Okay. Now here's the thing about me. It's like I've been like in the whole pandemic thing. Okay. Even though a lot of my videos, it shows me like hanging out with like, my belly dancer friends or going out being social, whatever. It's not as much as you would think it is. Okay. But the thing is, usually when I go out and I see somebody, that's when I will shower, shave, all that kind of stuff, and whatever. And then before my shows on Fridays, I will shower, shave, and do all that kind of stuff. Like today, it's like, I had to do a lot of stuff. So did I shower and shave for the show? No, I didn't. I didn't. But there are days where I go like a day. I know this is gonna make me single for life, but I wake up, do my computer, go do the walk around, come back or eat something, go on the machine, watch some movie, and then I sleep. And then I wake up in the morning, turn on the computer, I wash my face, turn on the computer, do the thing, lunchtime, go out to the park, come here, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't shower, right? But the thing is, it's like I'm not doing high impact exercise and stuff. And then so it's like, I'll go like, a couple days sometimes without like shaving my head. I mean, the most I'll go is like maybe 2 days without taking a shower. But the reason why is because A, I don't live with anybody. B, no one really sees me except you guys, right? And then C, I miss my mom. So, yeah, but usually I shower, no shower. I usually shave my head like usually once a week, maybe, because when it gets too long, well, I mean, long in comparison, that I get the total monk halo thing. See, it's starting to form up right there, right? And then there's not much I could do. It's not like I could just grow this piece right here and then just flip it over, right? So, what is it? I live about 20 minutes from Dodger Spring Training. That must mean it's 20 minutes away from Glendale, Arizona, probably, right? Yeah, just like Victorville. I'm kidding. Actually, I wish I was kidding. Oh, there we go. Phoenix. There we go. Yeah, that's what I saw. So, yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, but if I could think of a way to make Sunshine Foot Massage the resurrection, that'd be awesome. So, Mr. Dodger Dog videos. There's a time he tried to eat a hot dog in 1 minute. Like, oh, yeah. There's no way, because I'm not going to have my cause of death eating a hot dog, right? That's like, the dude on basketballs. Remember? Like Denslow. He's the one that choked on a hot dog at a basketball game. But, yeah, I always get fear of that, so I'm not going to try and eat whatever. But you know what? If there's like a Korean barbecue eating contest, I'd probably try that just to try it. Hey, what's going on, Madison? Yeah, and then so, I don't know. Okay, Eric, I think one of my favorite videos for Dodger Dogs was the one where, okay, for the World Series, what I did, they'd give you like, you put in your email and stuff, and then they give you like this little like this little backpack, the ones that you put your shoes and stuff in, whatever, right? So they did it, right? They put the I got it, and then since I was in the all you can eat section, I fill it up with like chips and peanuts and hot dogs, and and then you just go to your place and eat it, in your seat. But usually, like before the seventh inning, I'd still refresh it, so then I'd get a lot of peanuts to give to the kids, right? Anyways, one of the last games of the World Series, I think this was a 2017 one. Yeah, because I was still in, maybe 2018. I'm not sure. I think it's 2017. But I brought it home, and then I forgot about it, right? So what happened was, in February, I saw that bag, and I saw like some chips. And then, okay, so I ate the tortilla chips. They're still pretty good. And I saw the peanuts, whatever. And all of a sudden I saw a hot dog. I go, no freaking way. This hot dog. So I bought it in November, and I had it, and it was February. I'm like, oh God, I got to take a video. I got to eat this hot dog, right? And then so I went, or I did a video. And then I did the whole unwrapping. And then when I did it, that hot dog was like rock. It looked exactly the same. You know when you go to like a fast food restaurant and then they have like a little plastic thing showing what the food looks like? Yeah, this was a perfectly preserved Dodger dog, but it was rock. I go, no way. So then I try to like break off a piece and went, I go, oh my gosh. So that's another reason why I don't eat too many Dodger dogs, because without doing anything to it, it was mummified, and I actually almost ate it just on a Dodger dog video. Can you imagine? I have this mummified hot dog in my body. That'd be horrible. And then so yeah, just imagine the roughage when you pass it through your system. I'm behind enemy lines with my D-back fans. You know what? It doesn't really matter where you are. It's like people are going to hate you because you're from Victorville. No, I'm kidding. But it's being a Dodger fan, you become part of the second biggest gang in the world. The first one is the Raiders. So if you wear black and silver, then like you instantly become people's friends. It's so weird because it doesn't matter how much people hate each other in real life. Oh, you're a jerk. You're a jerk. Da, 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 da. Sunday comes, they both have the Raider gear on. Yeah, I'll hug and stuff, each other, whatever. But anyway, that's the thing about Raider fans and Dodger fans. I mean, Giant fans, they're pretty passionate too. I think Boston fans and stuff too, but I mean, LA Dodger fans, I mean, it's an actual gang. I really think so. I really believe that. So, I don't know. So, let's see. I am a pretty good guy to go vacation with. It's just, it's not that I don't have time to go. I do have time to go. It's just the thing is, when I have time to go, no one else has time to go. So I have to go by myself. So I'm like, gosh, I don't want to travel the world by myself. You know, and then doing this whole, this whole new show that I'm doing in beginning of January, Best in World, bestinworld.com. Check it out. Or Best in World Official on Instagram. It's basically, I have dancers from 72 dancers from 45 countries all over the world, all 7 continents. So I'm thinking, wow, when this pandemic opens up, or it closes down and the world opens up again, I think I want to visit them all. That'd be fun. I think I could do that. That'd be fun. All right, Shane. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. What's going on? Those dogs are preservatives? Yeah. What's good, Nicholas? This chair that I'm sitting on, I wish you could see it, but it's like, maybe 2 videos ago, you could see me actually go and get it. And then so after that, I was so happy. I went to Korean barbecue, and then see, I ate it pretty well. But then Jose, I got him one, and then he got sick. So I don't know. So let's see. I like what you do, man. Keep it up. I'm watching your singing videos. You have an amazing voice. Thanks, Destroyer. Right. So yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I'm a singer, right? On my video channel, you'd never know. Actually, I'm the dude. I always tell people I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular dude, right? But it's like I just go out and just do whatever's fun, and it'd be like happy, right? So it's like, it turns out I was singing for like 30 years. Oh my gosh, 30 years. And then so, I sung a lot of different places, and, and then I remember when the riots in LA in 91. So I was like that token Asian dude singing in a black choir, but I was pretty good. And then made a cappella group, and then that was really good too. Then I went to study classical music at Chapman University, and then eventually became a teacher. And then here I am, the guy that you see in front of you today, who just happens. I went from not singing at all, singing Barry Manilow when I was 20, to singing R&B gospel, to singing Spanish music. So people go, hey, no manches. ¿Estás un cantante en español? Sí, sí. Puedo hablar poquito como un niño. Sí. So yeah, it's like it's amazing how, like, you know, all those, it's like when everything that you do in life is repurposed. You know, I mean, we took Spanish in high school because all our friends spoke Spanish. And then, you know, it's like you always try to practice a little bit. Like, you know, like my dad owned a print shop, and there's people that were, you know, from Mexico there. And then so I talked to them, but, you know, my Spanish just sucked. It was really horrible, you know. But now, when I actually got immersed in Spanish, and then it's like my fluency in Spanish is like second nature. It's not like I have the best Spanish in the world. No, I don't. Todavía es peor, right? But when I did it, I needed to. So the reason why I learned Spanish was to sing for my belly dancer friends from Mexico. You know, and then so I remember I did one song, Harold helped me out. But then when I was talking to these other girls from Mexico, they go, oh yeah, you're a singer, huh? I'm like, yeah. Oh, why don't you sing this song? Sing it in Spanish. I'm like, so, you know, when a girl who's pretty attractive says sing a song, you do it. So I taught in East LA, so my kids helped me with the Spanish, and then I learned it. And then I sung it. And then Harold the handyman, he produced the song. We put it on YouTube at 12 on April 24th. It's the birthday of the girl that I sung Spanish initially to. And then by 4 o'clock, I was on Telemundo and Univision, and I went viral. So that, you talk about 15 minutes of fame. I probably had like 2 weeks of fame, right? So all over Mexico, they like had the newspapers and all that kind of stuff, and like internet, and it was crazy. So whenever I went to Mexico after that, you know, I'd go like interviews or like TV shows, and it was pretty fun. But I went and I traveled the whole, I mean, not the whole, but a lot of Mexico. And then so I got to see the people and the culture and everything. Oh, es muy hermosa acá. So, after learning it in Spanish, I needed to learn Spanish very quickly. So I knew the words and vocabularies, but the structure, I didn't. So that's why I had to memorize everything that I did in English, but I wanted to do it in Spanish, so I wouldn't talk in the robot. Yo me gusto este país, right? No, so I knew that, like, they say, hey, so how'd you learn Spanish? You know, and then you know, I'd go in English, like, well, you know, for 4 or 5 years, I go to Mexico, and each time I think in Spanish the whole time, but I still talk like a kid, right? I knew it's a joke. So now I memorize that. They go, oh yeah, how'd you learn Spanish? Well, pues por 5 o 6 años pasados, yo fui a México 5 o 6 veces cada año. Y pienso en español todas las veces, ¿sí? Pero todavía hablo como un niño. Ha, ha, ha. With a J. Capital J. And then so when I was over there, I learned all the different terminology. Like, you know, when they say, oh, no manches. Oh, que padre. It's like, what? Why are you saying dad? What a dad? Que padre. Right? I remember when I saw a girl say porfis. I thought it was the cutest thing ever. It's like, oh, porfis. It's like, oh, wow. But then they say, don't do it. You're not going to look too manly if they catch you saying that. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say it. Only an explanation like I'm doing here, right? And then they go, oh, we got one. Just say, hey. Just say, you know, like, how are you feeling? Ah, chido lido, right? So I learned chido lido, and I learned How are you feeling? Soy feliz como un lombriz. Like, what? You're happy like a worm? That's what people say. I'm from Lakewood, around Long Beach area, 562. Wow, check you out, man. Lakewood Lancers, right? Home of Pan American Park. So if you watch some of my, where I go walk around, Pan American Park is one of the ones I go, you know, because that park in Lakewood, it's like you talk about people that just, they don't give a care about the whole pandemic stuff. You go to Pan American Park, they're playing football, baseball, soccer, basketball, whatever you want over there. And it's just like live. And I enjoy walking around there because even though everyone's still spaced around, whatever, right? But it feels like life. Life is living over there. And then so I enjoy that. And then so that's why that's one of my favorite parks to go to, right? And then plus the side with like the shaded trees. Yeah, it looks like Southgate Golf Course. So it's all great memories on there. You know, right? Marihela, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo estado? Sí. So, Marihela es mi sobador personal cuando yo voy a México, Guadalajara. Si hay algunos gente de Guadalajara necesitan un mensaje, sí. Message Mariela. I actually have a video with Mariela giving me a massage on my video thing. I think it's the only video I have with me with my shirt off. So yeah, that's that. So you know, it's one of those ones where, so when we talk about the massage videos, I do that first video, right? And then I had no idea what was going to happen after doing it. It was a purely innocent video. And all of a sudden I become like this sex symbol of like the internet. People who loved fat, bald Asian dudes, they found me and they would comment and they're like, oh my God, I'm just some dude, right? And then so what happens is people are brutal. If you ever read the comments on there, it's actually pretty funny, you know? But I kind of got thick skin from just like having that video. I'm like, right? But people are like, hey, just shut up and take the video. Oh, we need more video. We need you to talk more. We need you. I'm like, ugh. So everyone's giving me mixed messages, right? And then Stu, my brother, he's like, oh yeah, you got to do that in another video. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be known as the massage guy, really, you know? But, you know, after a year, he's like, let's do it. I'm like, ugh. Okay, let's go, right? So then we filmed an hour of like me just getting the massage and like not even talking. So I'm just taking it, right? And then people are like, yes, he's back. Oh my gosh. And, you know, so it's kind of strange. But, you know, it didn't get as much traction as the first one. But it's like the first one was $15 massage and this one was second was $20. And then so thing is, some people are commenting, you're not talking anymore. I go, okay. So then I went to Mexico and then, you know, when I met Marihela, it's like, so, okay. And it's Stu's filming me. I'm getting the massage and I'm talking the whole time. So that one, you know, it got okay videos, but it's like a lot of people, they just, I don't know. Some people seen it. Oh no, it's not the same. I guess the first one had more ASMR value to it. That's why I filmed one with Harold the Handyman and I got all up in his business, right? And you could hear the hand, you could hear like everything, like all that kind of stuff, right? And then I thought, oh man, this is going to be a crazy video. It's going to be amazing. Nah, it didn't hit. I'm like, oh man. I think because he's too good looking, right? People just wanted to see just people just like me getting it. It's like weird. But, yeah. So, football or basketball? I don't know. If I was to play the sport, I like basketball. But football, I love football also. Ah, Destroyer. If you like the ASMR videos, we have one where Harold is mixing cement. That one I think is my greatest ASMR video. I mean, the one where I showed a tractor tearing apart a street, that one was pretty good too. But that one, maybe I labeled it wrong or something. I just thought people that like watching machines and just right. But but yeah, I don't know. I remember like okay, I'm fascinated by ASMR videos. By the way, I remember when I first started. I have a friend who has an enormous amount of hair. Her hair is so like thick, curly, and brushy. I'm like, oh, you know what? Can I just brush your hair for 30 minutes? So you hear that, like that stuff, right? And I thought that'd be like the greatest video ever. And then people would just watch it, go, wow, what a nice head of hair, you know? And I thought about it, trying to find out which one of my friends has the best looking hands, and then just pay for her to get like a nice manicure or something. And she just scratches my head the whole time. But I think everybody knows have bad hands. No, I'm kidding. No, it's like, yeah, it's one of those things. You know what? Can I pay you to do this? This is so, it's one of those things when the weird request. So I can't really do that. So yeah, ASMR videos help you sleep. If you watch the second half of my Christmas song things, those should be able to put you to sleep too, right? And so I don't know what I'm gonna be doing for this Friday. What's going on, Hanko? Yeah, so this Friday, I need to try and get more of a solid feel of what I'm going to sing on Christmas night, right? So, thanks, Destroyer. So it sucks for Christmas because, okay, I had to think outside the box. I wanted to see my mom for Christmas, right? I was going to surprise her. And then actually, because I was thinking since Christmas is on a Friday, I was going to pre-record the show. My mom's in Texas. And then so, finish with I'll Be Home for Christmas or something like that, right? And then do another live right after that, live from Texas. There's me and my mom, and I'm home for Christmas. Yay. I haven't got my ticket. My ticket from LA to Dallas on Christmas Eve to my sister's birthday is the day after Christmas. My dad's birthday was on Christmas. And then so I was going to go stay there till the 27th and come home. My ticket was going to be $60. I bought it. I figured, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it just in case I can go. So I could still go. But the thing is, after I bought it, my mom's like, no, don't come. I'm like, oh. Now I get it. I know my mom wants to see me, and I really want to see my mom, and about having the. Oh yes, Jeff Giordano, what's going on, man? So I have that option that I can go, but thing is, it's like going back to the beginning of this video, talking about how crazy people are getting on the virus stuff. It's like, you can never be too safe. But it's not like I'm going out and being, like crazy guy. I mean, even though I went to Knott's Berry Farm, which is probably one of the greatest experiences. Okay. Now, you guys know I'm a Disney guy, but when things open up, I'm buying the most expensive Knott's Berry Farm pass not because I'm going to go there every day. I'll probably never go really, right? But just the fact that the sheer enjoyment that they gave the public during this time, like Taste of Halloween or Taste of Merry Farm, it was a great experience. And I know that people that need to be at theme parks is a great experience because even though all the rides are closed, the lights were up, the smell of the food, and you get to go, $40 for 5 things. And then the Christmas tree and the carolers, and you're just walking around and it feels great, But that's what a lot of people needed. And yeah, I gotta learn that. I gotta learn that Skyrim. Jeff, you always talk about that. Hey, you know what, Jeff? I wonder why NASCAR's not going now. I don't know why NASCAR would not be able to function with without the with the shoot, in pandemic, because they're in their cars and just driving around, right? I don't know. Whatever the case, no big deal. Anyways, I think I'm talked out. Yes, Joe. I played at UC Davis. So Chris Peterson, he was the coach at Washington State, or in Boise State and all that kind of stuff, right? But he was the quarterback for UC Davis the year before I went to UC Davis, and then he coached the freshman team, and I was on that team, so I could say I played for Coach Peterson, right? So yes, I played center. I was all county in high school. I played for Sunny Hills High School, and my stats were really good. I was about 6', 240, and I benched 330. I squatted 500, and I deadlift 500, and I ran the 40 in 4.88 seconds. And so, if I had the height, I'd probably go to USC or something, But that's, I don't know. I know that when I went to Davis, they said I was a well coached lineman, and so I was big on technique. And then Coach Ralph Trigstead, I was one of Triggy's kids at Sunny Hills, and then he taught me everything. So yeah, and then when I was up there, I should have wrestled. That would have been fun. But then I did track and field, through the shot put and the hammer, and then that's all she wrote. Because in high school they force you to train, right? In college, you got to train by yourself. If you're not motivated to train, then they figure there's somebody on that field that will. My first day on the freshman team, there's 120 dudes out there on the field. 120. Half of them are offense, half of them are defense, and that's who you compete against. It was a pretty amazing experience. I love it. And then so one day maybe I'll tell those stories. But I think that's about it. Because I think I've been going for about an hour. So this Friday, if you guys come on out, enjoy some singing. I'm gonna try and look for some other songs that are kind of new, that are newer, not new, as in not that old a song, but songs that I don't really sing on the Christmas specials. And then I'm gonna pick my favorites, which means the ones that aren't gonna get me blocked. Every week I gotta trim out some song because it's like blocked. That's why I don't sing Mela Kalikimaka that much. They've blocked that video. But we'll find it. So I'll find the perfect set. I was thinking about playing piano for it, but we'll see. I have this new chair. I have more space. I'm gonna figure it out. All right. And I want to start doing game night again. So once this whole festival thing's over, then I'll be able to do more of those things. I'm hoping you guys play Pictionary. Basically, it's pretty fun, and yeah, I'll broadcast it, and then we play, and it'll be like being on a real life game show. All right, but anyways, I'm gonna take off. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, listening to what I learned. I learned a lot of stuff, and what I tell my students is you got to learn something every day. If you do not learn one thing one day, then you're the same person you were yesterday. So in a week, you need to learn 7 things, because you want to be 7 times better than the person you were a week ago. And every year, every decade, you want to always be better than you were. The day you stop learning is a very sad day. So I want to challenge you guys to just, go out and do stuff. Try not to be trapped. trapped at home and letting people tell you what to do. All right. And then here I am telling you what to do. So anyways, I'll see you Friday. And if you guys have songs you want me to sing, let me know. Let me know ahead of time instead of like on that day. Because, well, I guess it is fun watching me mess up, but, we'll see. All right. Anyways, Big Daddy Shin signing out. I'll see you next time.